Welcome. In this video, Xcn coin trend broken. Is the price preparing? We will analyze it. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and please watch to the end to understand. It's quite pleasing to see that my comments on the important trend line, which I discussed in detail in my previous analysis video, are now starting to align closely with actual market movements. Back then, I emphasized the possibility of a pullback toward this notable trend line. Such technical structures often emerge, especially in strong support-resistance transitions. Indeed, the anticipated movement is unfolding step by step. The price has moved toward the trend line we mentioned, and is now trading very close to that point. This brings to light the possibility of a post-retest move, which is one of the most reliable patterns in technical analysis. These types of pullbacks present significant opportunities for investors, as the market typically clarifies its direction after testing key structures. Especially when a zone that previously acted as resistance is broken and then tested as support, it often signals the beginning of a major upward move. This seems to be what's happening now. The price behavior in this area appears very healthy and supportive of the bullish scenario. It looks like the market is gathering strength for the next upward wave. The consistent increase in volume also supports this view. At this stage, the most important thing for investors is to be patient and closely observe how the price reacts at this level. Because this touch on the trend line carries not only technical, but also psychological significance. Many market participants are watching this area, shaping their positions based on the price movements here. If the price bounces strongly from this trend line, it will boost confidence among investors and potentially trigger new buying waves. Currently, the price's approach to the trend line is progressing in a very measured and controlled manner. It's not an overly volatile interaction. On the contrary, the price has reached this level in a steady fashion, indicating that the market is undergoing a healthy correction. This suggests that major players are entering the market cautiously but decisively, and that the price has arrived at this region through natural flow rather than being forced. This is a great signal that the trend is not broken, but confirmed. Moreover, the area where the price is currently retesting has historically acted as a strong technical level. This zone has been tested multiple times as resistance in the past, facing selling pressure each time. However, it has finally been broken and is now being tested as support. This transformation is considered a very positive development in technical analysis. Levels that flip from resistance to support typically form strong foundations and allow the price to move upward with confidence. From an investor psychology perspective, upward moves following such trend retests can create a domino effect by prompting previously hesitant investors to enter positions. Growing trust in these kinds of technical levels can trigger a positive feedback loop in the market, enabling stronger and faster upward movements. When all these technical and psychological factors are combined, the likelihood of a strong rally following this gentle and technically healthy retest of the key trend line is quite high. This suggests that in the coming days, or even hours, the price may gain upward momentum and move toward levels that could please investors. In conclusion, the price movements that have unfolded in line with the scenario predicted in the previous analysis once again demonstrate how powerful the signals generated by disciplined technical analysis can be. The retest of the trend line offers very valuable clues about the price's direction and increases the probability of an upward move. All technical indicators are currently supporting this scenario, creating a highly promising outlook for investors. But we can't rely solely on trendliness for analysis. Let's now take a look at other metrics. Stay tuned. When looking at the chart, a specific resistance zone that the price encounters during its upward movement stands out. This level has historically played a significant role, temporarily halting price increases and creating a strong balance point in the market. Currently, as the price advances upward, it is approaching this area, and naturally experiencing some struggle here is entirely expected. However, this does not mean the uptrend is coming to an end. On the contrary, such resistance zones are natural pause and accumulation areas in healthy uptrends. Resistance levels are typically areas where intense selling pressure has occurred in the past, so when the price reaches these points, it's very natural for market participants to attempt selling again based on previous experiences. However, if the price approaches this area with strong volume, the psychology of those who sold previously may shift. Strong volume indicates that major investors are also taking positions, which significantly increases the likelihood of the resistance level being broken. Even if the price doesn't break it on the first attempt, consolidating in this area, gaining strength, and then breaking out with a move upward is highly likely. It's especially important to closely monitor the structures formed on smaller time frames as the price approaches this resistance level. Consolidation, compression, and triangle-like formations often signal an impending breakout. If the price tests this level multiple times and forms higher lows each time, this is considered a strong sign of an impending upward breakout. This behavior shows that buyers are gaining strength and are now able to absorb the pressure from sellers. It should also be remembered that resistance zones aren't always broken on the first try. On the contrary, strong resistances may require multiple attempts. However, if during this process the price continues to form higher lows on lower timeframes, it strongly suggests that a breakout will eventually occur. Therefore, some sideways movement or even small pullbacks at the resistance level are completely natural and do not invalidate the bullish structure. While the price gathers strength at the resistance zone, it also attracts new buyers. Many traders prefer to open positions at such technical levels, especially those anticipating a sharp upward move once the resistance is broken. For this reason, a sudden spike in price can occur the moment a breakout happens. This is why resistance zones are so important. Once the price breaks through these areas, it often gains strong and rapid upward momentum. Another noteworthy point is the potential retest that may occur after the resistance breakout. If the price breaks above this level and then returns to test it as support, this confirms the pattern and the trend. This scenario is often seen as a positive signal by technical analysts, because once the price starts using the former resistance as support, it provides a strong indication that the upward move will continue in a more sustained and healthy manner. In light of all these technical evaluations, the price's current approach to the resistance zone may be setting the stage for exciting developments. The chart structure at the moment is quite positive, and every interaction with this level further increases the potential for a breakout, especially if the price doesn't linger long at this resistance and completes its consolidation and accumulation phase. Before breaking upward, the market could shift into a much more positive sentiment. The Vortex indicator is a very valuable technical analysis tool that helps us understand the strength of the directional movement in the market. This indicator is especially critical in determining the severity of trend direction and momentum. The vortex usually consists of two lines. One represents positive directional movements, while the other indicates negative directional movements. In this context, when the blue line moves above the red line, it is considered a strong signal that buyers in the market are gaining strength and prices are in an upward movement. The structure currently observed on the vortex indicator could be exciting for traders. This is because the blue line, the curve representing the positive momentum, is moving upwards from the lows and approaching the red line. If this intersection occurs and the blue line crosses to the upper side, this would signal that the bullish trend is gaining strength. This is not only a bullish signal in the technical sense, but also reflects the psychological nature of the market. Because it shows that buyers are back on the scene, selling pressure is decreasing and momentum is gaining upward momentum. Vortex trend shows us. Vortex trend. Yes, friends, I hope you liked the video. If you subscribe to my channel and like the video, more videos will be coming. Be careful in your investments, analyze the risks correctly, and always take strategic steps. I will be with you with different analyses, investment opportunities, and technical information in my videos. I wish you all a lot of profit. See you soon.